Good evening. You are watching CMR Daily Buzz. It's Tuesday, May 3rd. I'm Misha Allinger and thank you for joining us. Leading today's headlines, 3 women were arrested for illegal gambling after they were caught selling lottery tickets last Thursday, 28 April. Quantity of cash and items that appeared to be lottery tickets were found. All 3 women, ages 19, 51, and 37 of Georgetown, were subsequently arrested on suspicion of illegal gambling. Cash and other items were seized as evidence. The women were later bailed pending further investigations. Anyone wishing to provide information about illegal gambling and other crimes on the Cayman Islands is encouraged to call the RCIPS confidential tip line at 949-7777 or submit a tip via their website rcips.ky. The man arrested in a police chase on Friday was denied bail when he appeared in court on Monday, 2nd May. Eric Brian Williams Soto has been formally charged with possession of an unlicensed firearm and ammunition in relation to the incident. The court heard that Williams Soto was on his way to visit his grandmother when he offered Jackson a ride in the car, which he had rented over a month before. However, when the police stopped the vehicle, it was being driven by Jackson. Soto's lawyer told the court that the gun found in the car belonged to Kane Thomas, who was shot and killed last week. Magistrate Kirsty Ann Gunn dismissed the claim as hearsay and denied bail to Soto. Justin Kyle Jackson is still at large. The public is being reminded that according to the Police Act, it is an offense to obstruct, mislead, or act in such a way as to prevent the apprehension of a person who has committed a crime. If prosecuted under the section, you may be liable on conviction to a fine of $5,000 or imprisonment for 2 years or both. Investigators are encouraging anyone with information about the whereabouts of Mr. Jackson to call the Georgetown Police Station at 949-4222 or dial 911. Anonymous tips can be provided directly to the RCIPS via the confidential tip line on 949-7777 or their website rcips.ky. Deputy Governor Mr. Franz Manderson concluded an internal investigation arising from the Office of the Auditor General report. He shared that there was no breach of Section 12 or the Constitution. He also said that after careful investigations, sufficient funds were available to meet necessary costs associated with the Dubai World Expo and the opening of the overseas offices. His Excellency the Governor, Honorable Martin Roper, said that he was satisfied with the Deputy Governor's investigation and that jurisdiction has learned important lessons for the future, especially the need for clearer policies and practices during periods of election sensitivity. As a consequence of the OAG report, a formal policy entitled Period of Election Sensitivity has been developed, pending Cabinet's approval. The Cayman Islands government, through the Ministry of Infrastructure, announced that advisory firm Grant Thornton Specialist Services Limited in Cayman has been contracted to undertake a formal feasibility study into the modernization of the island's submarine cable infrastructure. Minister of Infrastructure Honorable J. Ebang stated that commissioning a study reflects a robust approach being taken by the government to transform the international connectivity of the islands. Residents and visitors of the Cayman Islands should expect significantly higher numbers of mosquitoes in the coming days due to increased rainfall over the past few weeks. Typical mitigation efforts by the Mosquito Research and Control Unit were limited through mid-April due to high winds and rainfall. The research center has since been conducting aerial larviciding operations in most areas flooded by rain. However, adult mosquitoes are expected to be emerging over the next 10 days. According to MRCU, a large day-biting mosquito species has already emerged from flooded grassland areas, and adults of the black salt marsh mosquito were expected to start causing a biting nuisance from Sunday, 1st May onwards. This species can occur in very high numbers and is the primary nuisance mosquito in the Cayman Islands. The Public Works Department and National Roads Authority's annual hurricane preparedness exercise starts tomorrow, Wednesday, 4th May, beginning at 6:45 a.m. For more information, contact PWD Director Mr. Troy Worms at troy.worms2@gov.ky. Let's hear from Kevin Watler for updates on Cayman's evening weather.
Thanks, Misha, and good night, Cayman. I'm Kevin Watler, and this is your CMR weather update. It's brought to you by WG Charters. Partly cloudy with isolated thunderstorms developing late in some areas. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The temperatures will drop to the upper 70s and sunrise is at 5:55 in the morning. It will be a good mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day, and it heats up to the upper 80s. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and sunset is around 6:50. Nighttime tomorrow, Wednesday, winds will be mainly east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The temperatures fall to the upper 70s overnight with high humidity. That simply means it's going to feel warm even at night. Here are the tide changes for tomorrow, as well as the times the moon will be up and go away. And for the next few days, similar weather conditions are expected. Please stay hydrated and enjoy what many come to the beautiful Cayman Islands for. CMR weather updates are brought to you by WG Charters. They offer private boat trips for a great price, and we encourage you to support them. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Kevin, for those updates. Leading regional news today, in a gruesome incident, a young mother was stabbed in the chest while her 6-month-old baby laid in the crib on Saturday in Jamaica. The baby was unharmed and survived almost 2 days in a room with her mother's decomposing body. The 20-year-old young mother was murdered 5 years after her father was killed. In international news today, Chinese district authorities have fired 4 officials after an elderly patient from a Shanghai care home was believed to be dead and loaded in a hearse while she was still alive. Officials in the Shanghai district confirmed the incident late on Monday, adding that the patient had since been taken to the hospital and was in a stable condition. Shanghai, China's largest city and home to almost 25 million people, is now in its 6th week of restrictions aimed at curbing COVID cases, which began spiking again in March. For more in-depth news and headlines, please visit our website, caymanmallroad.com. Tune in to the Cold Hard Truth tomorrow with Sandy Hill at 7:30 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and Radio Bobo 89.1 FM. Thank you for tuning in to CMR Daily Buzz with me, Misha Allinger. Please do not drink and drive. Enjoy your evening and stay safe.